It is that time again. It is Women in Business Wednesdays. And this is a first because I never had two women on here. Well, three women on here at once. So I have the pleasure of introducing Adrienne and Marsha from Quench Infusions and Wellness in Ricerstown, Maryland. Welcome, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
Hey,
Hey,
How you guys doing today? Oh, ladies doing today.
pretty
we're doing
good.
good.
Doing
Yep.
Doing
good.
good. Okay. Cool. So, real quick, I'm always trying new stuff, so I'm trying to look younger this year. Um, I'm
Yeah.
trying to find a fountain of youth, and since there's no fountain of youth, but there is Quench Infusions and Wellness, I started coming to you guys, and I am very pleased with the services that you offer that I've used so far. I was just in there last week trying to figure out what else can I get. So can you ladies real quick like tell just kind of give us a brief synopsis of what it is that you do, what is Quench and how everything works and just give us the overview of the business and how everything works.
Okay. You
We
want to
would
go?
we would love to do that. Go ahead. I'll let Adrian start.
So, Quench Infusions and Wellness is a total body wellness it's not clinic, sorry, studio or
Experience.
experience. Yes.
Cool.
We specialize in IV hydration, medical weight loss management, vitamin boost injections, and medical aesthetics, and also just overall general aesthetics, and soon coming acupuncture. And
Ooh.
so, yes, I'm
I
pretty
didn't tell
excited.
me that. More ways for me to spend my money.
Yep, I just finished. I just finished up last week, my last couple of patients. So now I'll be applying for my license probably in a couple of weeks or so.
Okay, that's cool. Okay. And then how long have you got I keep saying guys, how long have you been doing? How long has this business been around?
So we've been around. This is our third year, and
Okay.
excuse me, this is our third year, and but Adrian and I, we're not new to nursing at all. Together, we have about 23 years combined experience in the medical field, and so now I'm a nurse practitioner. Adrian's a nurse, and we decided that we were gonna branch out and do this.
Yeah, and we mainly did it to help the community. We were seeing so many of us dying from COVID at exponentially higher rates than a lot of other
Mm.
folks, and so the disconnect was our immune systems were and low vitamin D, and so we
Wow.
initially started the business for COVID to help the community. I always say purpose before paycheck, right? Your
Yeah,
purpose
for sure.
line, that was our purpose, was to really get out here and help the community. And we started with just boosting the immune systems with IV therapy, vitamin therapy, and vitamin D. And so
Yep,
that's how we started 3 years ago.
3
Well,
years.
what is IV therapy? Because I'm sure most people don't know. And the reason that I was familiar with that because I went to another place that's not close to me. You guys are close to me, which makes it even better. But what is IV therapy for the people that don't know what that is?
So IV therapy, a lot of people, when you think of IV therapy, they think of, oh, going to the emergency room, getting one of those big bags of fluids, and then they stick me with the needle, and then I get, my fluids that way. That is the process of starting the IV, but the therapy of IV, it's been around for years,
Mm.
1970 or so. It was pioneered by Dr. John Myers of Hopkins, and he put together this wonderful cocktail of all these different vitamins, minerals, and nutrients to help repair and restore the body to balance. And so in medicine, we like this is homeostasis, right? But balance. And so that is where it started. And since then, it has evolved into targeting different concerns, different conditions by the benefits of the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. So really what
Okay.
we do is we take the vitamins, we take the minerals, amino acids, draw them up, put them, they're dosing proper, for what you need for your body. We put it inside of the bag that people are used to seeing in the emergency department. And sometimes it turns pink or yellow or something like that. But that is vitamin therapy. And I can
Okay.
tell you the benefits of it too, but
Sure.
I can get to
Yeah.
going.
Yeah,
I know. Go
Uh,
ahead.
and I want to add something on to what Marsha said. So basically, it's just like taking your supplements, but instead of taking it orally, you're getting it through the veins. So what happens is if you take like your oral vitamin C, you only absorb what 35% of
Maybe.
that through your gut,
Mhm.
right? With
Mhm.
IV vitamin therapy, you're getting that same higher dose of vitamin C without the upset stomach through your veins, and you're getting 100% of that vitamin C. So
Wow.
it starts to attack, go into your cells and start to restore and replenish immediately or over the next couple of days versus taking your supplements.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And I know for myself, like one of the things we found out is that I had low vitamin D. And
Mhm.
so I was having trouble sleeping. I was sleepy all the time. I mean, there's a lot of things that are connected to
Yes.
vitamin D. Can we talk about that really quickly? Like having low vitamin D, like what that does to people?
Yes, for sure. So, vitamin D deficiency is one of the most common chronic deficiencies we see in our vitamin levels across the board, right? And so, what a lot of people will see is, well, first, let me tell you who's mostly affected by vitamin D.
For
Those
sure.
people who are not outside a lot, those people with darker skin, so higher melanated skin, and
Is
then
that because we're not outside as much? Or
a
it's
little
just
bit of both,
because
and
we're
the
darker?
and because
Okay.
the darker, it's only your body can only absorb so much
From the sun.
from the sun. So that the darker skin and the fat, not being out in the sun, and then dietary intake and things like that. If you're not eating things that are, full of vitamin D, then you can't replace it. So we see a lot, that's about the deficiency. So on the clinical side, what we see is chronic fatigue, insomnia, really hard to lose weight, sometimes foggy headed, forgetfulness. A lot of those things with
Seasonal depression.
seasonal depression
Mm.
um, show up when you have vitamin D deficiency. You also are at an increased risk of actually catching other colds and viruses and things like that. So
Okay.
it really plays. It's a key player, and we got to make sure that we stay on top of it. A lot of people are diagnosed with a deficiency. They go home with a weekly vitamin to take, and they don't take it. They forget.
Mhm.
You
And I
know.
was going to ask you, so obviously there's a difference between like me going and taking a vitamin D pill versus me getting a vitamin D injection every week. Like, what's the biggest difference?
Well, with the injection, you're getting 100% of that vitamin D into your body. And so your numbers will rise quicker
Okay.
versus if you're taking the oral pills, if you can remember, because a lot of us forget, right?
Yeah.
Your body is absorbing what 35%.
Right.
So yeah, so that's the main difference. So within 6 weeks, the idea is if you're like normal low, within 6 weeks you'll be on, good. And then
Normal. Okay.
like whatever, because
Take a
it's
supplement.
recommended, right, to take at least 2,000 IU's a day for vitamin D just to kind of keep it up. But
Okay.
that's once you get to the normal levels, and then you can take your vitamin D supplements or eat things high in vitamin D.
So
Yeah.
does a regular like multivitamin, like I guess once somebody is regular as far as their vitamin D, does a regular a multivitamin, does that provide what you need as far as vitamin D? Because I've been taking a multivitamin for years and it still had low vitamin D.
You got to look at how many IU's is in that multivitamin. A lot
Okay.
of times,
It's a
yeah,
fraction
it is.
of
It's
what you
probably
need.
like, yeah,
A
it's a
fraction.
low amount, 200 IU's,
It's
right?
not enough.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
and
why do you think that is? Like, why aren't we getting what we need in our daily vitamin? Like, why are we having these issues?
I
because
know.
you can't fit everything you need in one vitamin. If
And
you notice,
mhm.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
If you notice, like all those like really good supplements, you got packets. You got an
I know.
A1 pack,
I have one now. I'm still trying
afternoon
to take
pack.
3 pills from this morning.
Because there's no way you can incorporate all of your daily requirements in one pill. And
Gotcha.
the idea is that you get what you get from your multivitamin, and then you supplement with food.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, or a little bit of sun, right? Well, if that sun helps a little bit, doesn't it?
Sun does
Yes.
help a little bit. And
Okay,
sidebar, if you're gonna be in the sun, you gotta wear
Mhm.
your sunscreen.
SPF.
okay. Do you still get your vitamin D if you got on sunscreen?
You do.
Yeah.
You'll
Okay.
still get it. It's just protecting that the UV rays from like penetrating the skin.
Right.
So it
Okay.
blocks it.
Which cause wrinkles and aging.
And we don't want
Okay.
that.
Mm.
No, we don't. So, and I know, I mean, we mentioned some, like you mentioned at the beginning some of the other things that you offer, but what are some of the other like popular offerings that you have that people are coming in to get on a regular basis?
Ooh, I would have to say what's really popular. Well, in between, our vitamin injections are pretty. People come in, they get those often. IV therapy get often. Semaglutide, our medical weight loss program, is popping. People are
Okay.
losing weight, they're feeling
Mhm.
better about themselves, which is great for them. For me, I look for more clinical outcomes for my patients. So I want to see the A1C decrease. I want to see them pulling back from being diagnosed with diabetes or pre-diabetes. I want to see the cholesterol being lowered. So and the blood pressure decreasing.
Mhm.
So all
Okay.
of those things that are gonna kind of shorten the lifespan. That's what I like to look for. But my
Right.
clients, patients, they want to see the clothes fitting better and the numbers
Right,
going
right,
up.
right.
That's what they're focused on, and I'm focused on the other end for
Mhm.
them.
Yes.
So what would be the difference between semi-glutide and I can't even think of the name of I was taking some pill
Phentermine.
before. Huh?
Phentermine.
Yes. What's the
Yes.
difference between those two? Like
So,
why would I take the semi-glutide over the phentamine?
oh, okay, that's a good question. You want to answer?
So semaglutide.
I mean, because
That's why y'all listen. One team, one dream. Listen.
that's right. That's right.
Semaglutide is an injection. It's a once weekly injection. Now, I haven't had. I had tried phentermine one time, and the side effects were too great for me. Like I got a increased heart rate and all, and that's the pill that you take every single day, right?
Mhm.
So phentermine, it helps with suppressing the appetite, but it doesn't have the greater benefits of the semaglutide. Semaglutide helps lower the hemoglobin A1C and your blood sugars and all of that. Phentermine does not. And the phentermine side effects sometimes can be a little tricky with the increased heart rates and all. Some people can take it and some people cannot. Oh, I'm sorry
I'm
about that.
sorry.
Okay, fine.
Um, and so semaglutide is an injectable that you get weekly. And the side effects aren't the heart palpitations, but like I said, it acts on two different parts of the body, the gut and the brain. The brain, which signals that you're full, right? That we usually ignore. And then the gut is it tells you that, hey, listen, you don't need to eat this anymore. You're done with this, or you don't have the cravings to have sugar, and things like that. So that's the two main difference. And of course, there's a difference in the price, but
Right.
because with
Big difference there.
semaglutide, you are it it seems to me, and I'm not sure, Marsha, I haven't really been on phentermine, but I feel like with semaglutide, you're losing 1 to 2 pounds a week
Or more.
or more, depending on your
Okay.
lifestyle. I'm not sure of the weekly weight loss for phentermine. I guess it
Okay.
just depends on the person if they're on a low calorie diet and exercising. But with semaglutide, I did it. I didn't change anything my first time doing it, and then my second time I had to make some lifestyle style changes.
Okay. And then when you did it with no changes, did you still lose weight?
I did. I lost the 10
Okay.
pounds.
Okay.
I lost 10 pounds in a month. I didn't change. I didn't exercise. I didn't change what I eat. I didn't do anything. I just wanted to see what the medication did for me before we rolled it out to our clients.
Right.
And I
Gotcha.
did not want to eat. I didn't want to drink. I didn't want to do any of that, which it kind of bit me in the butt later because I had some of the side effects like constipation like really badly. And so
Mm,
then my next go around, so I did gain it back because I didn't modify, I didn't change my lifestyle.
She just took the
mhm.
Took
medication.
it to see what would happen.
Mhm.
Like, hey, is this really working? Let's see. And it really
Right.
did. And so I gained the weight back because I didn't change my lifestyle. And then the second time I did it, I changed my lifestyle along with eating properly, like extra fiber, drinking my water, so I didn't have those side effects.
Okay. All right. And then My last question. So you guys, before you, because now you're entrepreneurs, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
And so entrepreneur business owners. So um talk to people who are maybe thinking about making that leap from being an employee to an entrepreneur. Like, how scary was that?
Oof. Ooh, it was
I'm
very
still
scary.
scared.
It was so Adrian's still working externally, right?
Okay.
This is my full time. So this, what I do at Quench Infusions and Wellness as a nurse practitioner, medical director, and I coach and consult on the side, right? So this is my full time. I jumped in here. It was scary. It is very nerve wracking to just think that you're jumping into it and you're gonna it's you hoping that it's going to work out the way you want it to, right?
Right.
Because you need a
Yeah.
paycheck, you need a salary. But I will tell you that just do it. I mean, sometimes you gotta do things and you do it scared and you launch it ugly and you just do it. And so I feel like you can prepare yourself for what's to come by just making sure you kind of get your ducks in a row for what you want your life to look like after you've branched into entrepreneurship, being like time freedom, what is your schedule going to be like, how much revenue money you need to be bringing into your business, so you want to like brainstorm all of those things, and then just you got to do it. You just got to jump with 2 feet.
Yeah.
One thing that I told myself is that with my education and skills, I can always go back to being
And
employed.
get a job. Right.
I am very, very employable and in high demand. And most of us are, right? Most of us
Yeah.
are. And so we can go get a job. But how many opportunities are you going to have to actually focus on your own dream, focus on building wealth for your family and your personal self? Not that many. So I just say,
No.
mhm,
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing for me is to have a plan,
yeah.
right? If you don't have a plan, you plan to fail. So write it out, right? And do a little research, see what you need to do. Have your like your business plan together, or at least an outline, because a lot of us writing a business plan take a lot. So at least have an outline of an idea of how you want to do it, and then start from there, to
Okay.
kind of get yourself organizing your thoughts. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to know everything in business. You're not going to know until these things come up.
Yeah.
And then you have
Mhm.
to, step back, reassess, pivot maybe. And so, you do the best you can with preparation.
I love it. Okay. I mean, it both are, I mean, all of it's correct. Like, you got to just do it, and and if you don't do it, you guys we're all around the same age in our 40s, right? So, like,
Don't tell
and
nobody.
it's,
Don't tell nobody.
huh?
Don't tell nobody.
Well, I think everybody knows now. Hopefully they say, "Oh, dang, they in their 40." Like, that's, hope they're not like, "Oh, I thought they was 30."
Lie. I know, right? Dang.
Or I thought they were in their 60s.
Oh
Oh no.
man, we would
Oh
look
no.
real good,
Yeah.
real good. Yeah, but they be
But
knocking it down at Quench.
they will. But I mean, and I told you the other day, Marsha, your skin looks amazing. So I am coming back for that. Just a whole lot of stuff with my skin, a lot of expensive stuff for my skin. So mine can look like yours. You said what?
Use unicorn tears.
I want some of those too. Shoot, I'll be, if I
Sorry.
can buy them, I'll get them. So before we close out, so if someone, how do people get in touch with you guys? Like, are you on social media? Where can they find you? What's your handle? How do they find you? How do people find you?
The best way to find us is at Quench Infusions across all the media, at Quench Infusions. So we're active on Instagram, active on Facebook, really, really active on Instagram. So that would be the best way. Um,
Go to
Give
our
us a
website.
call, go to our website, swing
What's
by.
your phone number?
Oh,
Oh,
yes, our phone number, 410 538 2256.
or the
Okay.
website, quenchinfusions.com. You just, go to the website. It takes you to our booking link, or you can give us a call or text. You can text us as well
You like
to
that?
the 410-538-2256 number.
Okay. And then these, just so everybody understands, how great of a service these ladies offer. They have a 5-star rating on Google. So like that's almost unheard of. So that just means that everybody absolutely loves you. I know I absolutely love coming in there. It's an amazing experience every time I come. And then again, I find out something else that I can get that's going to make me glow or look better or something. There's always something. So now she's adding acupuncture. So I'm just going to get my sleeping bag and just stay there.
Okay.
Come on.
Yep.
So thank you again, Marsha and Adrienne. I really appreciate you ladies' time. I know you guys are busy, but thank you for taking time out of your day to speak with me and speak with the women that are following Women in Business Wednesdays. If you know of anyone who is a woman in business and we want to have them featured here, please reach out to me. We're always looking for women entrepreneurs that we can feature on the Women in Business Wednesday podcast. But until next Wednesday, ladies, have a great week. Thank you, Marsha and Adrienne.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Bye.